In the late 1960s, a teenager left home and moved to the Les Plateau in northwest China. Having shared 7 years of hardship together, he and his fellow villagers forged a deep relationship that endures.
临走的那一刻，早上一起来，推开门呢，外面都站满老百姓、乡亲，但是都没有吵我，我这个因为在里面睡觉，静静的等。反正我那一次是哭了。
For them, young Xi Jinping made a promise in his heart and kept it over the decades that followed.
我们一定牢记党的性质和宗旨，牢记自己的使命和责任，恪尽职守，勤勉工作，绝不辜负党和人民重托。
To live up to the trust the party and the people placed in him, Xi Jinping never took a step back, no matter how hard things were. He delivered on his promises. In 2012, when he was first elected General Secretary of the CPC Central Committee, China faced multiple prominent challenges. Shortly after the 18th CPC National Congress in 2012, Xi pushed for the formulation of the Central Party leadership's 8-point decision on improving conduct.
说到的就要做到，承诺的就要兑现。中央政治局同志从我本人做起。
Xi would always take the lead when he served at the local level. On a research trip to the countryside, the car in which Xi's team rode got stuck in mud. When villagers found out that government officials were in the car, they didn't offer to help but walked away. The experience left Xi with a lasting impression. After serving as party secretary of Zhengding County, Xi put forward a 6-point decision on improving the conduct of party officials.
习书记专门给10大板子写了一封信，要求领导同志率先推翻。办公室就是他的卧室，褥子上都是小补丁，他带梁家河到正定都是这条褥子。
下乡啊，或者出去调研呐，我们两个都是骑自行车，过河的时候，基本上都是扛着自行车，趟水过河。
From the 6-point decision in Zhengding to the Central Party leadership's 8-point decision on improving conduct, Xi always stressed strict governance of the party. He led by example. The Central Party leadership's 8-point decision on improving conduct has profoundly changed China. The party's self-revolution is always on the way. Xi was firm about punishing corruption within the party. He surely knew the difficulties of resolving the issue of corruption, but what he valued most was matching people's expectations.
人民群众最痛恨腐败现象，我们就必须坚定不移反对腐败。
董书记指出，不论什么人，不论其职务多高，只要触犯了党纪国法，都要受到严厉惩处。
An anti-corruption storm swept across China.
做到有案必查，有腐必惩，让腐败分子在党内没有任何藏身之地。
Poco a poquito, porque no es una tarea sencilla. El caso de China es un gran ejemplo para el mundo.
Another pressing issue Xi faced was eradicating poverty. China still had nearly 100 million people living in poverty when he became the General Secretary of the CPC Central Committee. A little over a month after taking office, Xi went to an impoverished village in the Taihong Mountains during snowy weather.
家里几口人呢
6口人
？6口人。
不会拍的。
我呀，我会，试试吗？
Having spent 7 years as an educated youth, Xi fully understood the hardships of living in poverty. He was determined to lift China out of absolute poverty and set a strict timeline for accomplishing this task.
到2020年，我国现行标准下，农村贫困人口实现脱贫，是我们的庄严承诺，一诺千金。
I don't recall that any other government in the world dared to say that, by such and such time.
The road of poverty alleviation was full of ups and downs, and it was not easy to carry the promise for decades. In 1989, their 36-year-old Xi had just started working in Ningde Prefecture.
那天开党级干部会，就下党乡的书记他站出来说：“哎呀，习书记，我这个书记当不下去，就一条裤子夫妻轮换穿，就是困难的这个程度。”习书记站起来，他说：“老杨，你等着，我过几天一定去看。”
我们下党这么偏僻，路这么难走，我们认为书记不会来的，但没想到过了20多年，他来了，真的来了。
下党乡啊，当我去的时候的话呢，那真是披荆斩棘，跋山涉水。前面的相当的时候拿着柴刀在这砍。
大概走了5个半小时，回到房间都9点多了，把那个鞋子脱下来啊，脚底都磨出血泡。
She worked in Ningde for more than a year and visited 123 townships out of 124 there. After he was elected General Secretary of the CPC Central Committee, she visited all 14 contiguous impoverished areas.
这让我想，就是说这样的村到底怎么办？这样的情况到底怎么办？
She stressed that no one should be left behind on the road to a moderately prosperous society and issued the order to win the battle against extreme poverty. In 2015, a poverty alleviation working conference of unprecedented level was held in Beijing.
中西部22个省的省委书记和省长向中央签署了责任书。总书记在会上拿了一本，说这就是军令状。
把共产党给这个老百姓的这个承诺啊，一一兑现啊！好的，好。
As China's economy developed rapidly, the issue of environmental pollution became increasingly prominent.
今年以来，全国平均雾霾天数呢，已经达到了52年来的一个最高值。雾霾已波及25省份100多个大中型城市。
也有人说呢，现在北京的蓝天是 APEC 蓝，美好而短暂，过了这一阵就没了。我希望并相信通过不懈的努力，APEC 蓝呢能够保持下去。
Tackling problems and doubts head on, she was determined to reclaim the blue sky, white clouds, and twinkling stars for the Chinese people. When Beijing was hit hard by severe smog, she went on an inspection tour and looked for solutions.
总书记在会上说，把 PM2.5的控制指标列入约束性指标，增加环境保护在各级党政领导考核的权重。
习总书记特别讲，要建立终身追究制，把环境保护放在一个突出的地位。
She drove forward the nationwide campaign of making the skies blue again. Behind the smog lies the issue of coordinating economic and social development with environmental protection. She thought long and hard about the issue.
我们过去讲，既要绿水青山，又要金山银山。实际上，绿水青山就是金山银山。
She has always adhered to this concept. he pushed for implementing the strictest possible systems for environmental protection.
我们不能吃祖宗饭，断子孙路，用破坏性方式搞发展。
Over the past decade, China's ecological environment has undergone a historic, profound, and all-round transformation. At the beginning of 2020, a coronavirus epidemic hit Wuhan hard.
关闭一个1000万人口级别的一个城市，天大的事情啊！这是谁能做这个决定啊？
She couldn't sleep at night due to the massive pressure.
为了保护人民生命安全，我们什么都可以活得出来。
武汉加油！
总书记非常关心重症危重的救治，关心这个费用，不要因为新冠肺炎给老百姓再造成负担。从刚出生的婴儿到100岁的老人，都要全力救治。
病毒一直在不断的变异，中国始终秉承人民至上、生命至上这一基本的理念，充分表明“人民”二字在总书记心目中的分量。
For decades, she has dedicated himself to public service and worked diligently to keep every promise he made to the people.
"中国人说话，中国共产党说话，中国共产党的领导说话是算数的。"
La mayoría de los políticos cuando hacen sus campañas pues hacen promesas y son pocos los verdaderos líderes que cumplen con esas promesas que hacen hacia el pueblo.
President Xi believes strongly in a mission to improve the lives of the Chinese people as his first mission.
Il a respecté son engagement, bien sûr.
Yeah, 不错嘞。
Striving for the well-being of the people is the CPC's original aspiration and an inexhaustible driving force for the party, backed by a century of history to fulfill its mission and live up to its promises. From the party secretary of a remote village to the general secretary of the CPC Central Committee, Xi Jinping has always kept in mind the promise he made when he left Liangjie.
从那个时候我就说，今后如果有条件有机会，我要从政，做一些为老百姓办好事的工作。时代呼唤着我们，人民期待着我们，唯有矢志不渝，笃行不怠，方能不负时代，不负人民。
The new journey is an expedition full of glory and dreams. Members of the CPC have set out again with new commitments.